I'm going to do a small bit of work on hooking, because we want to do hooking as well, and then we'll have a chat, we'll see what time we're at. Okay, so Nick, I'll use you again if that's all right. Again, hooking, again, safety really, okay, safety is the thing. So if Nick is going to strike off his, say you're going to strike off this side, yeah, because I'm a lefty, it's easier for me. Okay, the first thing you should do, you know, is we can set up an area where your hurley's length, okay, behind your player. That's very easy for a child to understand, that your hurley's length behind the player you're trying to hook. Maybe you take a half a step, because he's striking off his left, I'll take a half a step to my right, okay? So, very, very simple concept. Hurley's length away from my opponent and a half a step to my right. Okay, and all I'm going to do then is, when Nick is striking, I'm just, first of all, yeah, off you go. I'm just going to leave my hurley around his hip. Okay, just strike naturally, strike naturally. Off you go again. Off you go again. Off you go again. Okay. Right. How simple was that now? Okay. Very, very simple. Here's my issue with hurleys that are too big, and I'll be very strong in this. If a kid is coming up here with a hurley up to here and it weighs a ton, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Sure, I can't hold it. Sure, Jesus, like Mum and Dad bought me a hurl that's 2 inches too big for me and too heavy for me, and I'll grow into it. But I hate hurling because sure I can't use this yoke. So that's the big issue. And if we don't spot it as coaches, you know, no matter how hard we work at it, it's just not going to happen. Okay. So that's the basics. So if we look at, again, our head, hands, hurley, feet, and in this case really it's about, you know, your hurley and your feet, and then where that is. And when I'm stepping in, because I'm left-handed, okay, I'm going to naturally step in with my left foot. Why do you think that is? Longer reach, yeah? Longer reach. If I step with my right foot, okay, I'm getting there. It's not a big deal, but with my left foot, I can step in closer and I can get a hook in. And all I want to do is leave the hurley kind of at his hip. Off you go in there, Nick. Let's go, natural swing, off you go. Off you go. Off you go. Okay, and obviously look, if they're going to hook the coach, or they can match them up with a partner, you know, obviously starting off it can be a gentle swing, and they get kind of the technique. If we can do that, that's a huge thing. If we can work on that for the next 3 or 4 weeks and get that alone, we can work on the other things. If Nick was striking off his other side, what do you think I might do? Hurley's length apart, step to my right or left, half step to my left, okay. Hurley goes where? Here or here? Off the hip, off you go there, Nick. I missed you, off you go again. Missed you again. Luckily I'm retired. Off you go again. Off you go again. Okay, all I want to do is get the connection, and I'm working on stepping in and getting the hook. Okay, and that's all. That's the basics first of all. Can anyone tell me what the next step would be? Do you think? Moving, yeah. I'm probably working with Nick, walking the width of the pitch, or maybe staying static. Okay, and Nick is going to strike off your other side there again. I prefer that side. And Nick is going to strike 10 times, and I'm going to try and hook him 3 of the 10 times. Off you go. No, just standing. Yeah, make it easier for me. And you can freeze. Okay, so 10 strikes, and all you have to hook is 3. Okay, why do you think that might be a good thing to do with a child? Yeah. Or you get 3, or you can get 2, and it's 8 chances to fail, and it's not a big deal, is it? It's 8 chances not to miss, and you know it's not a big deal because he only has to get 2. What's it doing for the striker? For the guy striking? Good swing, but he hasn't a clue when he's going to be hooked. He hasn't a clue. And that's what you want. That's going to happen in the game. We really want him, the more naturally he can strike the ball, the better it is for the person hooking. Now, a great thing we have is, you ever see the distillers on the rope? Yeah, if we had those, which we do have them, we can get them, we can put them into the ground, or we can pin them down, and the players can walk along the rope, and the player behind can actually work on their hooking. And a good way of developing it. Ground pull, yeah, the ground strike. Another little invention we have is these balls. You tie onto a rope, you put them into the ground, and the ball stays static, and the player can strike at the ball, because obviously under 9 will strike a ball. The ball is there, they want to strike it, and they can strike the ball, and the person behind can hook. So there's more of a. And the inside ones, if there's a ball there, players just going to want to strike a ball. So I'd say starting off, even give him a ball. If we have 5 balls and he strikes the 5 of them, and the strike's more natural, and he can hook, that's great. We can say strike an imaginary ball, but I know as an 8-year-old there's going to be a compromising strike because they don't want to be hooked. So having a ball there and having those ropes, which we have, can be an easy way of actually using them. We can have 5 guys on the rope striking, and we can have 5 guys behind hooking. And there's no chasing balls, running after balls. The coach is trying to put them back in place. It's all there, it's all static. And then the next step is to move on, and then we can add in some variation where they have to run with the ball and the player behind has to hook. But that takes time, it takes confidence. No more than the blocking, it takes time to work on that. But we can, I suppose. And from our point of view, in terms of the coaches, it's the head, hands, hurley, feet. It can be very, very simplistic for what we're looking at. Any feedback on that? Do you think that might work? Yeah. 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 Now, in the session, we'll either do it a frontal block or a hook. We won't do both. Because we want to try and look, if it's something like a frontal block, it takes a bit of concentration. You want to do a game that they enjoy doing as well. So hooking and blocking can be very tedious on the one session, and it can be very technical for the player. So either do one or the other, but not both. And then we can do something like I know you're doing hurling tennis at the moment, or hurling volleyball, which a lot of them enjoy. Or we can do something like I'll show you in a second regarding striking from the hand, and they enjoy that too. That's all I'm going to do on the tackling skills. But they're the basics. I was really concerned, or really aware tonight that we get across the teaching points and using the head, hands, hurley, feet, and then the games we can throw in the games, and they'll get the games as long as we as coaches can see what's happening. And that's kind of what we're looking at. Okay.